the stuff I have made. What's hizzy happening, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, please stay a while. Go on, subscribe, like, comment, do what you do. If you are not new here, welcome back. Hi, this is going to be everything that I have made this year in 2023. I'm also going to include some of the stuff I made in 2022 just because it's not that many things and I didn't share it in my previous video, so we're going to get through that real quick. So I'm going to go through the 2022 stuff first, and then everything else is categorized. It's a lot. So get your tea, get your snack, get your whip, whatever you want to do, and we're just going to get right into it, okay? So we're going to start with accessories. I have no clue what all of my accessories are from 2022, but we're going to do what we got. I don't remember the order of the stuff that I made. Some of the things I remember exactly what I made it for. Other things, no. So I have this houndstooth headband, really simple. Side note, if y'all want a tutorial for anything, just comment down which ones. If I remember anything, like if I use someone else's tutorial or pattern or whatever it may be, or I got inspo from somebody, I'm just going to put it in the description box and you guys can go there if you want to make it yourself. But if you want me to make a tutorial of anything that you see here, because a lot of my stuff is free-handed, just let me know. I wanted to design something of my own, and I decided to do a bandana, since it seemed to be, like, everybody was making a bandana, but I wasn't, like, in love with any of the ones that I saw, so I made my own. So, this is my first one. It was getting cold, and when I walk to some places, you know, my ears get cold very fast, so on the central knitting machine I just knitted up ear warmer. I need to fix it. Let me just make a new one. Yeah, I made a little beanie, really simple. It's like completely pink on the inside, so I guess you can kind of say it's reversible. Yeah, I can say that it's reversible, like a mauve, pink, and black. And then I made an infinity scarf using Bernat blanket. I use this thing a lot, especially now. We didn't have that much of a winter in 2022, but well, I can't say this year, it's 2024 now, but in 2023, yeah, it's cold, so it keeps me very warm. Now onto the clothing items that I made. This one is a daisy cardigan. I have not worn it because I did not do my calculations right, so like it fits very weird around the collar and like the neck part, and honestly I probably should have did another row of squares so that it would be able to close, because when I have this on it literally stops like right here, and that's like very awkward and uncomfortable. So I'm deciding on whether I should just undo all of this or add to it and fix it, or if I should just frog the whole thing and use the squares for something else. I'm not sure. So if you have any ideas on what I should do for that, just comment that below. I'm always open to suggestions and ideas. Then for an event that I did, it was a Juneteenth festival at my high school. I made this bralette, very cute. I initially watched a tutorial, but I made some modifications to it because one, I'm a small gal up here, so it wasn't fitting and it wasn't looking right, and I just wanted to change up how the bottom, there's supposed to be wings, because I think they called it the butterfly top is what it was called when it was like first trending. I modified the bottom part a bit too, so yeah. Then for a holiday event that I did not weave in any of these ends. I made this granny square top, and I underestimated my bust. So this is kind of big, but I always layer my stuff anyway in the cold, even sometimes in the spring too. So it it's fine. It's fine when I layer it. Then this was the very first thing well, not very first. I made some things when I first started crocheting when I was like 16. But those are frogged and long gone because it was atrocious. But I was selected to be a pattern tester for another fellow crocheter. I will put her information in the description box. And it is this bralette. It was really simple. The pattern was really easy and simple to follow. So yeah, it just ties around the top and in the front. So it gives you a little boost. Then I made this vest. This is by Shen DIY on YouTube. All of her patterns, I highly recommend all of her patterns because her patterns are just top notch. Her stitching is so clean, like so clean. For this one, I do want to remake it or try to figure out how to fix it, but the only way for me to fix it, I would have to frog it because it is too big around the arms and the bust. It's just way too big. So but I really like it. Like, it is so pretty, like especially like with this green and this tan combo. Yeah, but this stitching, I can't remember. I think it's the moss stitch, which consists of a bunch of single crochets and another stitch, but I do not like single crochet. It takes forever. This took me like weeks to do, and it's just the vest. So, but I also used a thin cotton yarn, so that probably contributed to how long it took anyway. I wanted to try graphing for myself. So the first time I made a graphing was for my brother. I made him like a tapestry, however you want to pronounce it. And it was like his nickname with like a crown. And that, no, we're not going to even get into that experience because it was too much. But this I finished in 4 days and I was very excited for it. It is a stitch sweater, and it's just the regular stripes on the back. Yeah, I'm very proud of this one. Every time I wear it, like, I get so many compliments, even though when I first made it I was like, Stitch looking a little odd, you know, looking a little off, but people are able to recognize him, and that's all I care about. So as long as they can recognize who it is, I don't care. But I do definitely want to make more graphic sweaters because they're actually really fun to do, especially when you make like your own charts and stuff like that, which I did do for this one. I made my own chart for this one. And then for another holiday market I made, I decided at midnight, the night before my event, that I wanted to make something to wear. And so I decided to use, this is also a pattern. I followed a pattern for this one. And so it's regular granny squares in the back, and then in the front is party. It's a tree, which I thought this was so cute, and everyone loves it every time I wear it. And like, people are like, are you gonna sell them? I don't know. But yeah, this only took like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, but I would not recommend doing what I did. I had to be up at 5, and I decided at midnight to crochet this. So yeah, your girl was tired. And then last but not least, for the holidays, I don't know why, like, I just randomly was like, every time I have a special event, I gotta crochet something. If you are a maker, whether that's crochet, knit, or sewing, please tell me I'm not the only one. Every time it comes to some type of event, whether I'm vending at an event, whether it's a holiday, a get-together, a barbecue, whatever it may be, I just feel the need to have to make something for it. I don't know why, but yeah. So for Christmas, I also I had bought a central knitting machine because they just started to be popular, and your girl ain't had the coin to get an Addy, so we went with that good old central, and it gets the job done. So I made this little top. Yeah, these are the sleeves. I made them like really long because I didn't think they would be that long, and it stretches. That's one thing. If you use a knitting machine, take into consideration how much it's going to stretch. So yeah, I just made 2 panels, the front and the back, and then the sleeves are a tube. let's just say I don't like making panels. I do want to get better at making panels, but this took way too long. It took way too long. Them panels took way too long to make. No. Now we're going to switch gears and go into what I made this year. You know, and the funny thing, before I even start, the funny thing is that, like, when I was like, at first I was like, oh, I don't think I made that much, you know, like, it just seems like I didn't make that many things. Y'all, this is the box. This is the box. This box is overflowing with stuff, and majority of it is from stuff from this year. So I definitely underestimated how much I made. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Okay, so we're gonna start with accessories first, since that's real simple and easy. I started knitting this year, like actually like hand knitting, like outside of the central machine. And so I made a duplicate stitches. It's a ear warmer / headband, and it says God loves you. Yeah, I didn't weave in any ends, but this was really quick. The only thing that took the longest was the duplicate stitching, because it's like very, I don't know, maybe I just overcomplicated it, but yeah, I was struggling. I had to redo it so many times, and it still didn't even come out perfect per se, but yeah, I think this is really cute. Then I had my very first official photo shoot this year, which was so fun. Oh my goodness, it was so fun. And once again, I decided last minute, literally the night before, that I was going to crochet something for a prop. So I crocheted these butterflies, which these is not simple to make. I think I followed a tutorial, but one thing about me is I can follow a tutorial, but then I end up modifying it. For some odd reason, I just don't like the way something is coming out, so I just end up modifying it anyway. So that's what I did for the butterfly clips. I made 2 of them, and I just put them in my hair when I took the pictures, and I put felt on the back. I stitched the back. I sewed felt onto the back of these. Yeah, just to give it a little bit more structure, and a pin so I can put it in my hair. So that was really cute. Then on the central knitting machine, I made a headband, and then I crocheted these little colorful flowers, and I just sewed them on here. So yeah, real simple and cute. Definitely keeps my ears warm. The ruffle hat was very trending, and I didn't make one when the trend was a trend. I just randomly was like, I want to try it, and no, because this is like way too big, and like the ruffles ain't ruffling at all. Like I don't know what I did wrong, but I really do want to do a ruffle hat. First of all, these ruffles is a pain in the behind, and they take forever. But I'm debating on whether I should just frog this and try it again, or make something else with this, because this is a really pretty yarn. Like, it is really pretty. Which I think this is Super Saver Ombre. And I usually don't get Super Saver yarn because I just feel like their yarn is terrible. Like, the quality is bad, and it's like really scratchy and stuff. But this one actually worked up kind of good. So there's that. Then from, oh, this is old. This is in the wrong pile. I made a tulip headband, which this one was really easy as well. So for the bandana that I showed you that I made for 2022, which is my first design, I had posted in a Facebook group that I'm in. Like, everybody was like, oh, do you have a pattern? Do you have a pattern? And I was like, no. But if you want one, I can draft one up. And it took me months, because I just freehanded it, and I didn't write down every single step. I wrote down some notes, but it was not thorough. So I had to, like, without completely deconstructing the bandana, because I didn't feel like doing that, and I weaved my ends in really good, so I couldn't find the end. I had to, like, go through and, like, count every stitch, and then crochet it to try and make it exactly like how I did it. But as you can see, it's 2 different sizes. Like, I tried so hard to get it to be the exact size as the original one, but it just was not working. So I don't know what I did with this one, but like it was like nearly impossible for me to get it to be the same size. But nonetheless, I still think that this came out really pretty. Like I just think it looks really, really pretty. And I do have this pattern up on my website. I don't have an Etsy, for those who keep asking me. I don't have an Etsy. I don't know if I ever will make an Etsy. I'm not gonna make no promises or anything like that, but it's on my website and it's like pictures. I think I might end up doing a video tutorial. I'm not sure yet, but I did it in orange, and then I did another one in yellow. Yeah, and I really want to design more things. Like I had pattern testers and everything, which I do recommend if you're designing anything. Please get pattern testers, because how you read a pattern is not how everybody else is gonna read a pattern or be able to comprehend a pattern. So that was really fun. And then everyone that tested my pattern, thank you. And everyone's came out so pretty. Like one of them put one on their dog, and it was like so adorable. So I definitely want to design more things this year and put myself out there and really challenge myself with new things and new designs. So something I'm really proud of that I made was these. I seen these on Instagram, and she didn't have a pattern for them. And I asked her, of course, first I DM'd her and I was like, hey, do you mind if I make my own? Like, I know you don't have a pattern for it, but just like, because I didn't want her to think, you know, I just feel like it's a respect thing. So I asked if I could make my own. She said yes. So that night, that very same night, I made these. They are heart ear warmers. Like, they're so cute. I did have a headband on here, but my hair is very thick. So it broke. So I just made a chain, and now I just tie it, which I think is actually more secure and comfortable that way anyway. But yeah, they keep my ears very warm, and they're super cute. So yeah, those are all my accessories. We can go to the sweaters since it's like 2. For March is National Crochet Month, but it's also International Women's Month as well. And International Women's Day is March 8th. So I, without any plans, I ended up hosting a 2023 cow, which is a crochet along for National Crochet Month for Black women, and that was the most amazing experience I had last year. Like, for one, I was not expecting to I wasn't expecting to host it, which is what happened in 2022. I did a mood blanket, which is when everyone was doing temperature blankets. I decided to do a mood blanket, and I ended up doing a cow for that, which was like crazy. But yeah, so it was a lot of women. I don't even remember the number. I can't even remember the number of people that were in the group. But it was a lot of people, and then we had like Zooms, and it was just a very nice, intimate, safe space for Black women to just crochet together and craft together. I don't know if I'm going to do it again. If the Lord calls me to do so, then I will be obedient. But as of right now, I have no plans to do another cow for this year. But this year's project, I wanted to do something very easy and simple for the first time. And for a lot of the crocheters who were like beginners or anything like that, because we did have some people who were beginners and just starting to crochet and everything. So we did a granny square cardigan. So I didn't give anyone any like restrictions or specific requirements. It just had to be a granny square cardigan. So this was mine. Yeah. Which is also called the hexagon cardigan as well, because you make 2 hexagons and you stitch them together in the back, and then you add your ribbing around the sleeves, the bottom, and around the opening of the cardigan. But like, so many people were like no one's looked the same. Like, even though we all followed a generic pattern for it, no one's looked the same. Even one woman, she added a hood, she added satin silk to her hood and everything. Someone made like a roll, someone added buttons, someone used theirs with like Bernat yarn, someone made theirs like real long to the floor. Like, honey, them ladies showed out, okay? They showed up and showed out, okay? And it was so fun. Oh my god, it was so fun. Lastly, I don't know if I'm gonna consider this a sweater just because of the type of yarn I used, but for Christmas, I I had this idea for a top for a long time, but I was like, it's more like Christmas themed, so I'm gonna wait. So using, this is acrylic, I think it's actually acrylic wool blend, and which was my first time using something like that. And this was actually really quick. I did freehand this, so if you guys want a pattern for this, I can most definitely do that. And then this is like a faux fur that I used, and I crocheted elastic into the arms, the armband, so that it would fit around my shoulders, yeah. So this is the top. Really simple. It looks like it's cropped, but it's not. I'm tiny. I'm only 4'10", so my torso is very small. So that's why it looks so small, because I am small. But yeah. And then I started sewing again this year. Literally like a few months ago. So I don't really have many projects to show from that. I made my own skirt. I made my own pleated skirt to pair with that on Christmas. So it was a cute little fit. Next, we're gonna go into bottoms. I made a pair of shorts for the first time, and I added freaking pockets. Pockets. I love me a good pocket. If it's pants and it don't got pockets, I don't want it. So yeah, I did make them a little big. I did follow a pattern for these because I had no clue how to structure it or anything like that. So I did use a pattern, and I think it's by Shyler Crochets. She has some amazing patterns, but I believe I got this pattern from her. So yeah, it's just a basic pair of shorts. Nothing cheeky or anything like that, just a basic pair of pants. I did use acrylic for these, which they're kind of like hot when you wear them outside in the beaming sun of 90 degrees. So I do want to make more pairs of shorts, but I'm definitely going to use cotton or at least a thinner acrylic, because this is weight for acrylic that I used for this. But it's because I have a stash. Like, I'm not gonna show y'all my room, but I have like 6 things of yarn. So like I have like 2 bins. One has like my whips in it, so that's 3. Then I have a box, and then I have 2 like pull out things, like whatever. Just know I got a lot of yarn because it was donated to me. So yeah. Then I did another Juneteenth festival this year, not at the same place. It was at a park, and from a town, not my town that I'm in, but a town over. And I made this, once again, last minute. I think I did this like 2 days before the event, and I think I finished the night before, if I'm not mistaken. But I made a romper, a shorts romper. And once again, I underestimated my sizes. Look, I take measurements, but for some reason when it comes to crochet, like, it either shrinks or it stretches because of depending on the type of yarn you're using and the type of stitch and your tension and all of that. So it did come out big, so which is why I had to fold over the top, which I actually kind of like that finishing though. I had to fold over the top, excuse me, and I add threaded string into it so I can tie it up in the back. But I don't got that big of a badonkadonk, so I don't know why I made the butt part so big, but it was not fitting. I tried to sew in elastic, but my sewing machine was tripping and it did not want to work, so I had to opt for threading a chain through the entire hip and the butt part of the pants. So yeah, but it's still cute nonetheless. And lastly, for bottoms, yeah, that's my last thing for bottoms. For the Black History Month Expo event that I vended at last year, I made these pants. They kind of worn now because I wear them a lot. You can see like it's like loose threads and everything coming out of the pants, but these are the pants. They are just granny square pants with a shell bottom. And I just love the colors and I love how they came out. There are a few things that I would do because one, I'm short like I said, and I made these very long. So I have to like put like an elastic on the bottom and like scrunch it up when I wear them. And the waist stretches when you crochet, stretches as you wear it. So it did stretch out a bit on the waist, but I do have I put in a waistband on here anyway, so that's not that big of a problem. But they're really cute and I get so many compliments every time I wear these, and people are like so surprised, like even like with the distressed look, which I kind of like the distressed look, not gonna lie. Everyone like loves them and like they are so shocked when I make them, and I say that I'm the one that made them. So yeah, and I did freehand this, and there are some, I will make some changes. I do want to make another pair, and I will make changes to that one just so that they fit better and look better. Y'all, we getting to the end. Yeah, we're getting to the end. Now is tops. All these are my tops that I made this year for another event in the summertime that I had. I decided to add this really pretty, this is not self-striping, this is 4 different cotton yarns that I had in my stash that I needed to use. So I decided to make this bralette. I did make it a little too big because I did this last minute once again, so I had to like fold these over and put like a waist, what's this, a corset tie in the back. But it reminds me of like what's that candy, Starburst. Remind me of Starburst, and even a Sunrise. It's like really cute. So I do want to eventually go in and fix this, or just start over and make a new one. I had this really pretty cotton yarn and I had no clue what to do with it, so I decided I wanted to make a top. I had an idea for it, and this is what I came up with. So it's like a normal top. I just put like a mesh stitch on the side, and then it's a shell stitch on the bottom, and I think it looks really cute on, like it's so adorable. This top is so adorable. And I ended up making one for my sister so that we could match when we go to like our, because she comes with me to a lot of my events, if not all of them. She comes to all of my events to help me. So I made a match one for her, just in a different color. She wanted pink, so I did that for her. Boleros is, honestly, I think boleros is one of the trends that's just not going to go out of style, especially crochet ones. It's not going to go out of style. So I ended up making one in this pretty blue, like variegated self-striping blue that I had in my stash, which y'all, kudos to me. Kudos to me. Yes, I did go and splurge on some yarn, but that's mainly like for like my amigurumi and for my vendor shows, of course. But for all these clothes, majority of it, if not all of it, is used with the yarn I have in my stash already. So kudos to me. But yeah, I made this bolero. It's really cute. I love to pair this with like a dress. I put this on top of a dress. Sometimes I wear it with like a tank top. It's just a good layering piece overall. So if you haven't made one, I recommend that you make one. I have a brown one. It's like a variegated like brown with like a few spots of blue, and I have no clue where it's at. So there's that. Just use your imagination how cute it is. Then I made this top. It was like I just needed something to do, and I was starting to hit like a crochet block, and I don't like that. So I was like, okay, I need to just make something with my hands, like just create something. So I decided I wanted to do like a box top, kind of, yeah, a box top. But I had ended up running out of this pretty pink yarn, and I'm usually not a pink person, but I don't know what it is about these past like 6 months, but I've been like starting to get pink things. As you can see, like the only thing pink I really had was my stitch sweater. But yeah, I don't know, pink is starting to grow on me. I don't think I'm gonna become a pink gal though. I'm more of a yellow and orange, bright summery colors. But yeah, I ran out of pink and I had nothing similar, so I ended up just doing black. So it's kind of like reversible. And I can't remember the name of this stitch. It is a new stitch, which is another reason why I did this, because I I find that one way to get out of like a crochet block, or when you're finding yourself bored, learn a new stitch. Learn a new stitch. But yeah, I underestimated my measurements again. So this is kind of like big on me. So it goes like off the shoulder, but not gonna lie, it actually looks much cuter off the shoulder. So I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad at it. Okay, so some more free-handed things. Yeah, I think everything else here is free-handed. So I don't have a pattern for any of these things. But like I said before, if you want a pattern for it, just let me know. So I have a sketchbook where I sketch like all my ideas and stuff, and I was just going through them just to see what to make. And I came across this top, and I also, ironically, I had seen someone made something similar, so great minds think alike. So yeah, it's just this tank top where, because I didn't want my boobs to be out, I didn't want it to be see-through here. So it's solid here, and then it's mesh on the bottom, and I just sewed it in the back. I slip stitched it together in the back before I did the mesh. But it's really cute, and I do actually want to make these in more colors. If you want to, I really feel like I should do a tutorial of this because it's like very simple and easy. And listen, it's January. I'm starting to think about springtime now because I'm tired of being cold. So I really want to try to get some type of patterns or something out there for you, so that everything is not like you have to pay for it. It'll just be free out there. So yeah, there's that. I made this top, which I should have used a different stitch. I used double crochet. Yeah, I used double crochet. And y'all, when I put this on, my nips is saying hello to the world, and that is not okay. So I have to layer this. I can't wear it by itself. But it's still cute. I love wearing this. So it's solid for the top part, and then the entire sleeve is mesh stitch. And I also increased towards the bottom to give it a flare sleeve. Recently, I had this really pretty blue variegated yarn. I actually have not a lot, but half of the skein left over, and I need to find something to do with it. But I just made another granny square top. This is a size small instead of an extra small, just because I want it to be a little looser fit, so I can layer it. I can layer with the other one, but then it's kind of like tight because I made that one fitted. So I made this one size up. Yeah, and it's reversible, which I love making these granny square tops because they're reversible, especially if you use like a variegated yarn. I needed something to, honestly, I just wanted to make something, but I also needed something to put like under like my sweaters and stuff like that, because I don't have a lot of turtleneck sweaters because I grew out of them. So I decided to make, I don't know what to call it. So I can't call it a sleeve. It's not a sleeve. It's not really a full top, but anyway, it's this turtleneck thing. Had everyone fooled thinking I had a turtleneck underneath a full shirt. No, it's not. It's just a cover. So I just put this on, and then I put ties on the side so that I can keep it secure and it won't be like moving around while underneath whatever I layered on top of it. The only pet peeve of mine is that I lost at Yarn Chicken, and I didn't leave it no ends, but that's my business. I ran out of this yarn. It's this pretty cream beige, but as you can see in the back of the turtleneck, which is what the part that I did last, it's a pure white. And why? Because I ran out of yarn last minute because I was using scrap yarn, and I was thinking, and I doubled it. No, I didn't use scrap yarn. I used a full skein, but I doubled it. So I used one from one end of the string from the center pull, and then one from the outside, and I paired it that way. That way I wouldn't have to like find two skeins and do it that way. But yeah, I ran out, and I wasn't about to start over, and I wasn't about to stop because it was looking cute. So I ended up just putting whites here, and I just wear it in the back so that nobody can see it. Yeah, this is also, I made this before fall semester started for my college. So I made this tank top. This is also free-handed, very simple. It's just 2 panels that I made, and I stitched it together. I literally finished this like, I think the morning of, before my classes, so my stitching is like not good. at all. This is not a scrap or a yarn buster. I actually did find this yarn in Joann's. It's a new yarn by Karen. I think it's a new yarn by Karen, and it looks like it's itchy, but it's actually very soft. It's actually very, very soft, and they have a few colors. And I can also wear this on either side, depending on which feel I want to, what look I'm going for. All right, and these are the last two. So this is another design of mine that I have not put out there. I don't even think I've actually shared this on any of my pages. So congrats, you're the first one to see it. Just for both of these, actually, you're the first one to see it. It's this top, and it's open in the back. And this was made with a cotton yarn by Lion Brand, which their cotton, I believe it's by Lion Brand. Anyway, yeah, their cotton yarn is like very good. Like this is very comfortable, and it's like very flexible. It's not like stiff. But the bottom is a mesh stitch. I had like these rings just laying around that I needed to do something with them. So I crocheted them in the middle, and the top part, I think it's a lemon peel stitch. But I do want to make some modifications to it. It is very cute, but there are some modifications I want to make to this. If y'all want a pattern for this, if I should just throw out a tutorial or draft up a pattern for this, then please let me know. I think I might anyway, because I just really like this, and it has a lot of potential, especially with the modifications that I have in mind. So yeah, there's that. And lastly, I am really proud of this one. It took me a very long time. Like I think this took me maybe 2 months, just because I had to keep frogging it, and then school got in the way and I couldn't finish it. So this is when I really started to like knit, like for real. So this is both a knit and crochet, which how ironic I choose as my last thing to show y'all. So it's this top that it closes in the front, that you can tie it in the front, but the cups are knitted. Like look how freaking nice that is. Well, it's starting to peel a little bit now, but look how nice that is. It looks so nice. And then I really was like feeling dragonflies and butterflies for like months. I don't know why, but yeah. So the entire bottom portion of the top is dragonflies. I hope y'all can see that. But yeah, it's all dragonflies. Yeah, so you tie it at the top around your neck, and then you close the front with a tie here. I do want to put out a pattern for this because it is like super duper freaking cute, and I want to make these in so many colors. I think this would look really pretty in like a blue, maybe even like a purple, like a lilac color. So yeah, and then I have a whole thing of whips over there, but I'm only gonna show two because they're like knitted. So I've been working on them literally like all year. So if you follow me on TikTok and you know about this sweater, that no, I haven't touched it. No, I haven't tried to fix it. It's still sitting in the same condition it was when I shared the video. But this is besides the bralette that was a failure. I went from making a bralette to trying to make a sweater. Why? I don't know. I'm just that ambitious. So this is the sweater. As you can see, it is not finished. Why is it not finished, you may ask? Because I couldn't get this over my head. The collar, the ribbing for the collar that I had on here, that was the only thing I did. So I'm lying. Let me back up. I did make some changes to it. I did try to work on it. I took the collar off, and then I was like, I'm not messing with this right now. It couldn't fit over my head. It couldn't fit over my head, and now the opening is like too big, and I don't know what to do with it. And then I still have a whole nother sleeve to finish, and I didn't finish this one. And I might lose that yarn chicken because I only have one skein of this variegated yarn. And I drove to a store like an hour away from here in Christiana to go to their Joann's, because they have like the really big one with the yarn wall, and the Mega Joann's is what they have, and that's where I got this yarn from. And my store does not carry this yarn, and I don't want to drive that far to get this yarn again. So I've been waiting for it to be back in stock at my Joann's, because they have it. Like, it's a hit or miss. Some months they have it, some months they don't. That's another reason why I haven't finished this, but I really do want to. And then I plan to like crochet a bear, and I just feel like a bear would really look nice on this. I'm gonna like crochet a bear and like put it on here on the front. I think that would be so adorable. Hopefully, prayerfully, I finish this year. I want to try to finish all my whips or frog them if I know that I'm just like not going to finish them. And then the only reason I don't have as many knitted things is because I have been dedicated on this project. So I've been working on these. They're pants because I watched Mr. Bobbin. She's on, I think I said her tag name right, but she had made pants, and I was like, oh my gosh. And she made them like quick. Like, I think she finished hers in like a few days. I thought that was gonna be me, but no, she's been knitting and crocheting for a while, and I just started knitting this year, so that was a no-go. But I did follow her pattern, well, her tutorial. It's a tutorial, so she walks you through how to do it. So yeah, and I've been working on this for months. I had this yarn in my stash, and I was like, oh my goodness, look really, really bomb as some pants. I do have a whole nother skein. It's a big one. Like, I think it's like a if you know about the like the Karen 1 pound or the ice cream scoop yarn, it's similar to that size, just a little bit smaller. One thing I learned is that knitting and crochet do not take that amount of yarn. This is still one skein. This, how far I am on these pants, which I'm about to show you, I'm still on one skein, and I think it's only going to take me one skein to do this entire pants. Yeah, that's not the case with crochet. With crochet, I would probably need like 4 or 5 skeins, maybe 6, just to do a pair of pants. Anyway, so this is my progress. I'm very proud of this. So like, I just bring this. This is one of the projects I bring with me everywhere. It's like if I'm riding the bus, if I'm waiting for my classes, even during some of my classes or whatever it may be. It's a mindless project, so I just bring it everywhere. So I've been working on this for a few months. I finished the waistband, but not completely finished. I want to add some elastic to it just so that it won't stretch as I wear it. Because I feel like I'm going to be wearing these a lot. Even though it's like a statement because of the variegated yarn. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm like halfway through the second leg. And then they'll be done. I think I'm going to start blocking my things too. So I'm going to block these when I'm done. And then, yeah, I'm going to wear them. So, yeah, y'all, that was a doozy, but that's everything that I have made. There are some things I have missing, and this does not include all of the things I have sold throughout the year, like at my markets and custom orders and things like that. So, but this is all that I have and that I could find. I hope that you enjoyed it. What was your favorite piece? Is there anything that you would like for me to make? Or do you want to see me make? Do you need a tutorial for anything? Just let me know your thoughts or whatever. So please give me a thumbs up, like this video, comment, and subscribe. As always, if no one has told you before, let me be the first one to say, I love you, darlings. Y'all go and have a blessed day. Bye.